Hi guys, and today I'm doing another one of my best and worst videos, and this one's about LA girl makeup. I've done a bunch of videos like this in the past where I was reviewing different products from different brands. Check out the description and I will have everything linked there. This first one I personally really love, and it is this LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing powder. This is a highlighter that I'm wearing on today. And honestly, this is stunning. This is in 100 watt and this is the only one that I can talk about. I've not tried any of the other ones. Perhaps the formula on the other ones could be different, but this highlighter is stunning. I mean, first of all, the packaging of this is amazing. I think this is a very luxurious packaging. That's the thing with LA Girl. I feel like the packaging usually reminds me of high-end makeup. I think LA Girl just does it right. This is a very golden highlighter. So if you don't like gold highlighters, perhaps this one wouldn't be for you because it has a very obvious golden undertone. But again, these come in a lot of different shades. For nights out, this is perfect. Looks beautiful on flash photography. It is a very nice, intense gold highlighter. I would say the only con of this for me is the fact that this has a few specks of glitter, but you only get a few specks of glitter. Next up, I have lip liners. I think lip liners from LA Girl were actually the first thing that I've ever tried from the brand. I actually really like these lip liners. They're called the Endless Semi-Permanent Auto Lip Liners and says long-lasting all-day wear, and that's definitely the case. I think these are very long-lasting. So I have three to show you. I have one in the shade Natural, just a beautiful darker nude that goes perfect with colors like Max Velvet Teddy. Very pigmented, and once you put them on, they just don't come off, they stay on for ages. Then I also have these two. This one is in the color True Brown, which is a stunning brown lip liner, but not too dark. And then I have the bright orange color, and this one is in the shade Nectar. So a very bright, vivid orange. Look at this pigmentation, you guys. I prefer number 7 lip liners than these. However, I would say they're my second favorite from what I own, just because they're so easy to apply and they're very long lasting. They don't move, they don't transfer, they don't glide on as smoothly and as easily. That also means that they don't smudge or smear. Next up, we have what I'm wearing on my lips right now, which is this LA Girl Matte Flat Finish Pigment Gloss, and mine is in the shade Fleur. This is definitely my favorite from them all. I wear this all the time. These are essentially liquid lipsticks from LA Girl. I have no idea why liquid lipsticks are called glosses. As you can see, they are very matte. If I kiss my hand, there's literally pretty much no residue whatsoever. They are a lot more long lasting than your regular lipsticks. Definitely these last a lot longer and they don't transfer on your drinks. If you eat, then they will come off, they will start to rub off. If you are just out for drinks, then you'll be totally fine wearing this. I love the formula because it's not drying. I have very dry skin and very dry lips, so some liquid lipsticks are just a no-go for me because they're way too drying. They feel very crusty and tight on my lips, and I just hate the feeling and the look. A lot of them just crack around my lips and then just make my lips look really old, really wrinkly and horrible. These don't do that. They have a very nice smooth formula, so they don't crack. The only thing with these, the lighter shades of these are definitely better than the darker shades. If I was talking about any of the darker shades, they would definitely be more towards my worst products from LA Girl, just because the darker shades of these are a lot more streaky and it's very difficult to make them look even and to make them look nice and pigmented all around your lips. This is one of my newer products from LA Girl, and it is called Just Blushing Blush. I already know how I feel about it. Mine is in the shade Just Glowing. Again, the packaging on this blush is stunning. It's just very luxurious. I think I mentioned it in my haul. This has a nice weight to it. It doesn't look like it's going to break very easily. A lot of blushes from the drugstore, the packaging just breaks on me. I always keep losing my lid. This one seems like a very nice quality blush. Definitely reminds me of high-end makeup. If you look at this blush in the pan, it looks like it has a bunch of gold shimmers. However, when you put it on your face, it just gives you a nice, beautiful gold sheen. You can't really see any shimmers or glitters in this blush. It just gives you a very beautiful sheen. Like, even if I swatch it on my hand, I literally can't see any glitters or any shimmers whatsoever, whereas if I look at it in the pan, I can see a lot of different shimmers. I also feel like the color of this is very unique. It is the blush that I'm wearing on today, and it just has a very nice golden, orange, a little red undertone. However, I would say that a little too pigmented for my liking. When it comes to blushes, I prefer them to be a little more subtle, so then they're a lot easier to build up and you can still have a very natural blush. With this, I struggle to make it look very natural. For instance, I wouldn't wear this blush to uni looking like this. I think for a night out, this is perfect. And to go with that, I also have another product that I purchased with that blush. And this has the exact same packaging, even though it's an eyeshadow quad, and it's called the Luxe Mesmerizing Eyeshadow Quad. Again, they have a bunch of different Luxe Mesmerizing eyeshadow quads. On Beauty Bay or on LA Girl website, you can find a bunch of different ones. The one that I picked up is in the shade Dramatize. They come in the exact same rectangular, thick, nice packaging. I actually created this eyeshadow look just using these three. I've not used this gold one. Actually, this gold shadow is probably my least favorite from this palette. I've worn this gold shadow to uni twice, and it's definitely buildable and you can work with this. I feel like it's a little too sheer for my liking. I mean, it's pretty and it's buildable. I wish it was more pigmented and more intense, I guess. So I have this white one all over my lid. I have this grey one in my crease, and I have this black one in my lower lash line. I need to say this black shadow is one of the best black eyeshadows that I have ever used. You guys, this is very intense. This black is just the most intense, beautiful black that also blends like a dream. It's just so intense and stunning. I just think it's very, very incredible. With all the other ones, I would say you have to build them up. Even this white shadow, even though if I swatch it on my finger, looks very intense and icy, I had to build it up more than I would have to with my Essence single eyeshadow, for example. And they also have more kick up. Not this black one is actually perfect, but all the other ones, they have more kick up than I'm used to. They're still really nice and very blendable, which I love about these. Blend very nicely, and for the price, I don't think you can go wrong. I have another eyeshadow palette, however, this one I would definitely not recommend over the other one, and I will tell you why. So this is the eyeshadow palette, the Inspiring eyeshadow palette from LA Girl, and mine is in the shade Daydream Believer. Now, when I first got this, I was so impressed with the packaging. I was like, oh my god, I love this palette already. It has such a beautiful, luxurious, high-end packaging. This really reminded me of Too Faced eyeshadow palettes. Basically has the exact same packaging. This one's a little smaller, but still it has a beautiful metal tin packaging. But no guys, just no. Look at this. I'm not even joking. Look at this. This happened the third time I ever opened this palette, and I didn't drop it. I didn't travel with it anywhere. I just left it on my desk, and this happened the third time I ever opened this eyeshadow palette. When I got this palette in the mail, I was so happy with it and I was loving the packaging, and I thought, oh my god, this palette will be perfect for traveling because even if it drops or something, it should be quite sturdy. But then this packaging, I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe I just got a bad one. I'm not saying every single palette like this from the Inspiring range would be the same, but the fact this happened only the third time I ever opened this palette, I was actually quite shocked. I can still sometimes put it into place if I place this little thing inside here. I can still put this palette into place, but I'm not going to be traveling with this. Definitely not a Too Faced quality packaging. You get 6 eyeshadows in this palette, and I can create some very nice eyeshadow looks with these. Mine in the shade Daydream Believer is just a very neutral palette that comes with one matte shadow, this brown matte, and just like not very pigmented, which could be a good thing because these blend quite nicely, and if you just want a light wash off brown in your crease, you can use the shadow. The formula is quite hard and scratchy, These have actually a completely different formula, I found, to the other ones, because these don't really have as much fallout. They are not as creamy. They take quite a while to build them up. I love this middle shade. I think this shade is stunning. I actually used it loads and loads. Just a really nice cream. Just really nice and highlighty. I actually really like that shadow. The black one here I actually really like as well. I also use this one on my lower lash line quite a lot because it's a nice black. We have two brown shadows here which look like this. So as you can see, you have a nice pigmentation with them. The formula is just a little hard and stiffer than my favorite shadows, but it's definitely the one you can still work with and still achieve a beautiful look with. So I'm not hating on it, I actually quite like it. I'm just really upset about the packaging. And then the last product that I'm going to be talking about today. None of the products from LA Girl I actually hate. I think they all have their pros and cons, but this product I just wouldn't recommend. It is the LA Girl Endless Semi-Permanent Auto Eyeliner, long-lasting all-day wear. So these are essentially the same as the lip liners. They're called the Endless Semi-Permanent Auto. I have the one in the shade black, I think. Oh, it's called Very Black. Just comes with a fine tip. You don't have to sharpen these. So very easy to use, and the color is actually very nice, very black. I'm yet to find a purpose for it, for which I would love this eyeliner, because this doesn't stay on your waterline or on your tight line. If I try to put this in my waterline or my tight line, it goes really nicely. It goes very nice and pigmented, however it doesn't stay. My Rimmel London's Candlelight eyeliner stays a lot longer than this on my waterline. I'm yet to find a retractable eyeliner that would stay in my waterline. The only other purpose that I use these liners for is when I want to smudge them. I'll take an eyeliner like this, line my eyes with it, and then just quickly smudge it. However, I don't find these to smudge very easily either. Say if I try to apply this right now, apply like a line, and then if I try to smudge these, they don't really smudge very easily. For instance, I actually prefer my collection retractable eyeliner. I'm not sure the exact name of this. And this retractable eyeliner I actually prefer because when you apply it, it's just a lot more creamy. So it's a lot easier to smudge and just to make it look nice and smoky compared to my LA Girl one. And also the color looks actually just nicer. So I don't really find purpose for these endless eyeliners. They're just not my favorite. But hey guys, that is the end for my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, please like it and subscribe to me if you're not already, and that was my next one. Bye!